We've covered Jimmy Graham previously on the different teams that he could potentially go to, and right now we take a look at Richard Sherman.
Who's the best lockdown corner in the NFL right now? Darrelle Revis and Richard Sherman.
Richard!
It's gotta be, I don't know.
Richard.
Darrell's hot. Richard Sherman, that's me.
It's sad to think that just a few years ago we thought the Seattle Seahawks, with that incredible defense, the Legion of Boom, would at least win 2 Super Bowls, if not more. And now we're talking about Richard Sherman potentially going somewhere else. He's going to be 30 years old in March. He's coming off a really devastating Achilles injury. Though he is representing himself, that could be a good thing or a bad thing. We have seen his former teammate Russell Okung represent himself as well. So look, the deal is already in place within his contract that he is going to be under contract for 1 more year. However, even going back a little bit further, the Seattle Seahawks have tried to gauge interest in Richard Sherman. They did it the past off-season, and there were rumors that the New England Patriots were going to be one of those teams interested, and now here we are once again with the same exact rumor just 1 year later. So as I stated previously, it's just odd to see the Seattle Seahawks and the Legion of Boom just like go down with age or injury. Cam Chancellor had a season-ending neck injury. We saw Earl Thomas, after the Dallas Cowboys game, stalk Jason Garrett and say, hey, come get me. Who else could be gone is Cliff Averill, Purdue University, and Michael Bennett, who was awesome in the Super Bowl against the New England Patriots. So with that being said, and why you clicked on this video, I have 3 teams in mind for Richard Sherman's services. The very first is just sticking with it within the Seattle Seahawks. They just fired their defensive coordinator. Richard Sherman was even quoted as saying, I didn't see it coming, but you know, I guess we don't know everything. So it seems like he was a little pessimistic, not only about the move, but about the direction in which the Seattle Seahawks are going. I guess my main thing is, why would the Seattle Seahawks trade him if you have $11 million roughly in cap room? What could you get on the free agent market for $11 million? Yes, you know what you should do? Draft a cornerback to be the heir apparent to Richard Sherman or a few others. But I don't think you're going to get as good a value or bang for your buck as Richard Sherman is going to give you, as he is about to be 30 years old. The second team, and I stated this previously, is the New England Patriots. As we do know, DeAndre Hopkins is floating this out, not only with Jimmy Graham, but also, hey, Malcolm Butler. Your team doesn't want you. You were benched for the Super Bowl. You only played a few snaps on special teams, played 0 defensively. You want out. The Pats want you out. Why don't you come to Houston? Well, knowing that he is going to be gone, it's a foregone conclusion. Why wouldn't the New England Patriots make a run? If Richard Sherman goes there, it's already an upgrade over Eric Rowe. Then you have Richard Sherman, Stephon Gilmore, and Eric Rowe playing in the slot. That is already a 3-headed monster that could really succeed in New England. Make a run at him. Make a move. Especially when you have now a new defensive coordinator because Matt Patricia moved on from the Detroit Lions. So you would make this transition that much smoother for Richard Sherman and the New England Patriots secondary and defense overall. The third team, and I hate to say it as a Bears fan, but it's the Green Bay Packers. They have a new GM. They have a new defensive coordinator. Remember Mike Pettin? The guy who was blamed along with every other head coach that has gone through the revolving door that is the Cleveland Browns' head coaching circuit? Mike Pettin is now the defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. What is the best way in order to start anew and play alongside, or rather on the opposite side, of first-round pick Demarius Randall? You make a move for Richard Sherman. And all you're asking for if you're the Green Bay Packers, because they were so bad defensively last year, all you're asking for that Dom Capers couldn't do is defend the pass and play stout defense. Richard Sherman would add that and take away one side of the field. The fact is, if you sign Richard Sherman, you know what you're getting. Yes, is he coming off an Achilles injury? Sure. Is the age a little bit of a worry? Absolutely. But knowing how Richard Sherman practices, knowing how he trains, knowing how he plays, how he prepares himself for the next season, he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be completely fine. So any of these teams that make a move for him, it would already be a huge win-win. Let us know your thoughts, comment section below, subscribe to 2IT Sports.